go.
3, 2, 1, go. I mean, I think the person who goes the slowest is the fastest button masher. Also, where did Rue go?
Is it because I'm also holding it and that's why, or?
Maybe because I'm pressing it like a ton of times.
I might be holding it,
yeah.
so that's...
I hear you now, though. What about Rue? Why is Rue a tomato?
She's the kid now. Right?
Oh, you were spray painted, it looks like?
Oh, yeah, it
This
seems...
game is big.
Is Roy here or no?
Yeah,
You can
I'm
hear me?
here.
Okay. Let me just reset Rue's volume a tiny bit.
I have to change mine too because I might have changed settings with my mic.
Okay. Ryan, can you speak for me real quick?
Hello?
Oh my
What the
God.
fuck?
I
Hello?
wish I started recording
Okay.
before.
Oh, I got it.
Right, me
Hello.
too, because what the hell? It's good, thank you.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Did I
raise the
cut
game's
out?
volume for everybody.
Did
No,
I cut
it
out
sounded
for
like
a sec?
it was like, how do I explain this? You know how like when you hear the radio and the radio's signal is bad?
Yeah.
Like a
It was like
pitch or
static.
something?
It was like static coming out of your mic. It was really weird.
Oh. Is my connection that bad today? I think it might be.
No, I
because
think it was just the way you were doing your voice made it seem like
I-
that.
That's my mic. It's still open. Fuck.
Right. This is gonna be like Among Us. I have to
Wow.
I don't trust the game, honestly.
The game is them.
So you sacrificed one of us.
Good.
Fair, I guess.
Sacrifice? Well, that's not what I meant. But I guess $100.
Oh.
Okay, good. What about diving kit?
Oh, ups. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, it's okay. Diving kit. Okay, diving kit and the peeper are $50. I made that the case just in case.
Oh, you changed the
some bullshit
diving kit
happens.
too?
Yes, because I can't. It's a quality of life thing. It's not, it's not like, oh, the player, like, Zeker's made this for the player. No. Not totally. I don't know his thoughts on it, but it doesn't feel right. So we have the ability to buy a bunch of them. I believe it's me only. though.
Diving kits.
It's fine. So
The diving kits are what? Exclusive to...
$50, but only I'm able to buy them for $50. I think because I changed my thing.
650? Damn.
That's
Yeah.
odd.
$650 for you? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll change it.
Everybody's in here, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Did you change its
Where do you
weight?
guys want to go? I did not. No. Oh, rather, I kind of did. I changed it so that it's one-handed instead of two-handed.
Oh, okay.
Where's Val?
That was right.
He's
You can't possibly
the
see
corner.
him where you are. Like where you are positioned,
Like
you can't possibly see Val.
He's just a
It's like
skeleton.
An
human.
illusion.
oh, he's easy to spot.
I'm gonna go. Every place is okay except for March. March is stormy.
Doesn't matter.
Okay,
Dying.
let's start with Val.
That work.
You want to go to Dine?
Oh god.
Sure.
No. No. Question
No.
mark?
How many votes for no? How many votes for yes? Real quick.
Wait,
Don't
wait.
remember
So
what
Val
it
says
is.
no. 9
Oh,
says yes. You want to
I
go?
forget which one is... Forget the which
Don't
one
remember
is
the
which.
stage.
It's happened. Oh god, we're not going there then.
Me and Val are
Do a
just
coin-
like,
do a coin
nope.
flip Alright,
Oh,
fine.
no, we're just
Fine,
going.
fine.
We can go to Dine later because I don't trust it either. I don't trust it. And we're only at 1500. I'm not about to lose that shit. Forget it. All right, let's pray. Let's pray that this works.
Okay, hopefully.
I mean, Nyan left like 3 times, so
Oh.
Try the connecting my mic.
It's taking all.
It's-
oh, there we go.
Oh my god, I'm
the
seeing
reason
Maybe
I
we're just used to
disconnected
it
was
being
because
on.
only reason I even disconnected it was
Oh.
just because I need to check out my mic.
I guess I'll take a flashlight.
Really the
Oh,
only
that's
reason.
it. You didn't have that many flashlights.
I thought we
We
had
got
shovels
shoot.
too.
I forgot
That's
to turn off the
not-
fog effect.
Maybe we are behind the.
You can do it while in game.
Where? How?
No.
Go to lethal config and go to HD LC patch. And you can mess with the
HD.
settings there.
Why is your name Val?
HD.
HD LC patch.
Oh, HD. LC pep go.
Yep, and then you can
the
go
fog.
down. Yep.
But enable fog or not? I'll turn it off.
No, turn it off. So no X.
Yeah. There we go. That's a lot better.
Yep.
Even though this is kind of cheating, I don't think it really matters too much. It was enabled.
No, yeah, the fog effect is too much in this game. My FOV keeps getting fucking messed with, and I hate it so much. Oh. That sucks. It needs a key. Unless you have one.
I have a key. I
Oh,
have one.
nice.
This?
Yep.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Yeah. Love when the sea does that. At least we're right next to the shitty caves, though.
Love to see that. Right outside.
What is with all the two-handing objects? Oh my god.
I'll deal with that as well.
What? Oh, you had a key.
Yeah.
I see. Oh,
Got a key.
A
no.
key. Oh no.
Can't enter.
I'm gonna keep this stop sign though. My weapon now.
Fine, now.
This is also locked over here.
There's nothing in there, I don't think.
And
Unless it leaves. I mean, there's
yeah,
Wait,
No,
does
that's
it go
okay.
up here? Oh my god, it does.
It does, yeah.
But, wait, it goes up twice?
Here, what?
No, it goes up twice.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
It might be a dead end though. It looks like it might be. Let me check this side over
There's
here.
more to the right. If you take the right side, there's a-
Oh, okay. Yeah, this top part has nothing. This way has all the loot.
loot. I'll grab it.
Oh yeah, apparently I'm full.
Wait, what the fuck is this? Oh, right here, boy.
Is there anything else here? Oh yeah, there's a lot. No, yeah, let me go dump loot.
Is there a lot there, or?
Yeah, I guess I can go with you, so you have light.
I know where to go. I have 2 slots open, so
What happened?
that's a.
The Bracken is there, by the way.
Oh shit, yeah, the Bracken is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in the water.
Okay, I got 2 items here.
Yeah, let's go back. Watch out, Val, he's going near you. Now I hear 2 Vals. It's this way. this way. Yeah, yeah. Be careful of the hole. This is such a dumb, like, terrain generation. Oh, no, no, no.
Okay, let's just go. Go, go.
Wait, where's the... Oh, okay, this way. Yeah,
Going
yeah.
outside as soon as possible.
Yeah, I do not want to be near that man-eater. Rip Val. Oh, the man-eater was after
Carry
you, too.
What?
I'm gonna
Was-
There's a
Oh,
man-eater in
man-eater?
there. It's a baby, and it wanted Nyan, so...
Oh.
Yeah. Let me go dump some loot. I'll be back. Did I not turn off my flashlight? Yeah. Okay, there we go. We have water. We don't. I don't think I need that.
Death sentence.
Is it? Damn, no one's gonna take the engine? Up. Something keeps changing my FOV and this shit is annoying. Oh no.
I don't know what that is.
It's a worm.
That feeling.
What'd you get?
Some shotgun shells.
Oh. I think we should get walkies.
Me too, but I'm pretty sure that we have some, don't we?
No,
Oh, no, these are stun grenades.
yeah, those are just stuns.
Yeah, probably with the walkie-talkie. I just don't trust that man-eater that came in.
Why is
my
Val
bad.
just Val 1 now? He's dead.
See, that's what I said. He's dead. What did you get killed by the man-eater?
Yep. Oh, Nyan
Oh,
is
speaking of
also
which.
about to die, maybe.
That thing is moving fast.
Why are they so fast? Oh, I'm gonna camp both sides. Oh.
Teleporter already?
He's dead. Yeah.
There you go.
Why'd you wait to teleport him?
He had loot on him.
Oh,
Oh, if he would have made it out, it would have
should've
been
spun
nice.
him and got him.
Bro.
Damn. Oh, how much is left actually?
It's
3. It was
Did you get
the engine that was
one thing Nine
outside.
had, but- Yeah, did you get the engine?
Yeah, I brought it.
Did they leave anything? Rue, did you guys leave anything up top? Like, did Val have anything else in the main
I think there was
entrance?
something right outside the entrance. It was the
It was probably the engine by fire exit, unless you guys went to
I'll grab it.
main. I got it already. You don't need to go.
Wait, are you talking about the? Wait, what did you get?
It was
What
a
did you
V
leave, bro?
type. It was just
The
this.
engine.
Oh, okay. All right then.
Oh my, there's so much shit here. I'm gonna just start putting shit away. Try two-handing.
Okay.
That's something.
Oasis on the most paranoid. Mauled to death has an IP address. Mauled to death. Yep.
That's me, the laziest employee.
Ooh.
Apparently, I'm a boss again. How am I a boss and not a leader?
Hey.
Am I a boss?
Yeah, so that's
I can't even see my thing.
What's they call?
Why are me and Roy bosses?
I was always a boss.
We should have been leaders. What?
No, boss is the final rank.
No, it isn't. It's leader.
I don't know what I am.
Leader?
I'm leader, so it's probably the forfeit, right?
Oh,
No,
that was
I'm a
also
skeleton.
boss. Okay, I guess it is boss.
I don't have a tag.
It's, I remember you not gaining EXP at some point. Are we gonna say Ru? We lost a lot of money. March is now foggy.
That was annoying.
I bet.
I warned you, Val. You were like, "Oh, be careful the bracket." I saw him going after you.
He kept going in and out of the water.
Yeah,
Like I couldn't even do anything.
I was watching both.
When I left, when I go in, when I leave, when I go in,
I
when
was-
I leave.
I was watching
I
both
remember that.
entrances because he was trying so hard to kill Nyan when he was grabbing loot.
Oh wow.
Doesn't really matter for me.
Boy.
This is not good.
Oh, my
don't have that much
FOV
loot
thing
here.
isn't in here. That's why. Oh,
don't
what's
have
it
that
called?
much
Like
loot,
motion slate? No, it is there.
Comfortable FOV.
Did we go to Rend or Titan?
Let me see, like the
You know-
moons.
They're
know
all
my
fine.
answer.
March is only foggy. Is your
Uh,
answer Rend?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Ren.
Because we need money and we don't have money.
Okay.
I want to start putting these fucking two-handed things in the fucking inventory.
Well, I didn't do that because I took them out because I needed to see how much money we actually had. Not that
Oh.
much. But yeah.
I'll leave
Now I
the
know how much we
stop
have.
signs out in case we need weapons.
Only 200 things.
And the air
Why are there so
horn.
many of these fucking things?
I don't know.
Okay.
What? Oh. Uh-oh.
Alright. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I have the
Keep it on the loop.
fucking glitched items in my hand. Great.
Yeah, me too. I have a key in my hand.
I have a
Oh, did we
fucking
get
metal
the key
sheet.
that I got? Did you guys get the key that I left?
I didn't see a
I
key.
guess.
Okay, whatever.
That's really funny.
I'm gonna go to the main entrance.
Made the mimic.
I'm gonna go
You
to the
said
main
you're going to.
entrance.
Oh my god, this fucking metal sheet in my hand is blocking my view. It's so annoying.
Oh right, we can't see anything because the fog. Ah, I gotta turn it
You
off.
can turn it off.
Will it
in-
change dynamically?
Yeah. You want to
Behind
mess
Barry.
with HD LC patch
Okay.
and just untick the fog.
God. Ugh. I fucking can't stand fog in this game.
I know.
It's
I
too
guess-
much.
I guess I'll go with fire.
Okay. Oh, that's
Oh.
oh, okay. I do see your.
You see it? It's fucking blocking my view. Oh, good spawn.
I don't have a key, but
What the
The
fuck,
key
Val?
guy
You're
is nearby.
what did you? Why are you walking like that?
I don't know.
You have a weird animation. What are you looking
You
for?
have a big.
No, he broke the whole thing.
Yo, the shit was hanging, and I'm like,
Wow. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna leave this right here, just in case.
Huh?
guys,
No.
a little bit bigger than that.
It's small.
Gotta get one like this.
There's Silky down here.
I heard a spooter. I swear I was hearing a spooter.
Me too, I heard one. I left my.
I don't know if that was a real K or not.
I left a shotgun at the main entrance.
wait, I'm shocked. I'm normally like the.
Oh, of course the spider is by me.
Oh, okay, that is real K.
Where's the shotgun?
Real K.
Use the shotgun to kill the. Use the shotgun to kill the spider if it comes back.
Well, I'm gonna try at least.
Yeah, and before the game fucks us over.
You sound.
Fuck was
I'm not
that?
trusting Nyan with a shotgun.
I have like no idea. Do you want to use this instead?
Wait.
Not really.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like disconnect and reconnect after this. The metal sheet is like stuck on me, Val, and I'm actually heavy because of it.
Oh, that sucks.
There's a mimic here.
I think
Wow,
it fucking
Mindy.
deleted my flashlight.
On the left side here. Left side is a mimic.
Oh yeah, I see him on the map. Oh, Jesus!
I got a mask.
What am I supposed to do here? I don't even know how to use the.
Oh, Val, he's running after you.
On which side? Behind me?
Yeah, behind you.
What the fuck?
Oh.
What is
Whoa! I got him.
Uh-oh.
That
Oh.
fucker. Oh my god!
No. Go, 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 go! No, not that way! Oh my god.
Here. Oh, God.
It's a shit show! Oh my god!
Oh my god.
I thought I
I
had
know,
a
but
safety.
where's my shotgun at?
Okay.
Oh.
It's there, I think, because the cracker like, just killed Nyan.
Ugh.
Wait, no, it killed why? But I
It's a
think it also
mimic,
killed
a
Nyan.
snare, and
I can't get your shotgun, but I don't know if it's loaded.
Didn't Nine get killed by a?
Yes.
Rip.
Right.
that's right, spider too.
It's only 2 o'clock though.
It really matters too much.
I heard the barber.
I have one.
Oh, nice.
Okay, well that's convenient. Let's see that here, right outside. I'll deal with that as well. I had a key.
Nice.
Oh, this is also locked over here. Yeah, there's nothing.
Shut up, Nyan! Shut up!
Well,
All right. You have it.
What the fuck? He's just constantly talking.
Oh my god.
Oh, already
It's the
have
barber.
2 slots open.
Oh my god, attention. I can't
It's because I
attention.
did like the lockdown,
Why?
and
Okay.
that's why
Okay.
he said shut up.
Yeah, it just keeps repeating what you said.
You can't be serious right now.
Why is it so loud though? I have it at 2.
I was constantly talking.
I still don't know how to like turn off the.
Nice.
Hello? God, why is my audio so weird? I still don't know how to like turn off the audio.
Wow. That's
Ah,
unfortunate.
damn.
Oh, he ran into the wall. Yeah.
Go.
Oh, go left! Go left!
It won't matter because he's gonna die, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
I'm
dead.
dead.
Nope.
I thought I could go past it, but it hit. Why did it have to stop at the junction? I couldn't go past it.
I hate the. We need like the boots that make sprinting not dumb in this game. I died because of the spider, but because my character was turning like while sprinting, I was stuck in like that slide animation and the spider killed me. Nyan had the safety off, or I don't even know how he died because I heard him turn the safety, off.
Well, I had it on, not knowing that it was on.
Oh, because you didn't set your hotkeys for the map, did you?
No, I guess I didn't.
Yeah.
I had it.
Can I even move the map? Can't even move it. That sucks.
That's the last time I'm handling using the gun.
Why is Val going out? Also, why did all those things spawn at like 1 o'clock?
And we had still some nice loot in there. Oh well.
All I had was a flashlight, but I'm kind of glad I died. I glitched out. I had a metal sheet permanently on me, and it was giving me 20 pounds for no reason.
Damn. Well, as long
And
as we have like 500 extra loot in here, we should be fine.
Yeah. Plus, it
Yeah.
was like blocking my view.
I would go. I know we don't have a lot of money, but I don't trust that dog.
Yeah, I don't trust the dog.
Yeah, I don't trust it either.
Okay, you can yell at me. I wanted to go back, but I was like, I don't know.
Be real. I do not see you whatsoever. I cannot see you.
What the hell?
What? Oh.
Oh damn! What the fuck? That is
Wow.
so rude. That is so fucking rude. Why did you say that?
You.
Where'd it say?
It said King did nothing in reference to Nyan.
Yeah.
How you died.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
No. Okay, no,
What the fuck?
I
Why
still
is
have
that?
this metal sheet. Hold on. Hold on.
Maybe
Yeah.
just
I'm restarting.
disconnect and
Also, let me make sure I actually have this enabled as well. I think that's in reference to me messing with general improvements. See, it's a double-edged sword. I'm pretty sure I destroyed a flashlight and a metal sheet in that process. Okay, and let's join back. I cannot join back. Yeah. Let me see if this invite works. Not letting me join back. Oh. Join that crew, maybe? What the fuck? Monster Hunter Wild's waiting room. That's funny. How'd that work?
first. Oh.
the lobby just wasn't open because it apparently is not automatically open anymore, which is so cool and fun. But I didn't
Right.
reset anything, so really it should be fine now. Everybody should be able to come back on their own.
Pictures.
Alright,
Mine's
I'm good.
Where
now.
Steam pictures will be at. What files will be.
Do that uno más. Oh wait, okay.
What? Why do I have an invisible key? I'm dropping
Yeah, you have
that.
an
Okay.
invisible key. Wait,
I
you
just
got Val's key?
spawned. I don't know. I spawned with the key.
That was Val's key. Val said that he had a key at some point. Yeah.
Oh, maybe he's gonna spawn with the fucking metal sheet I had. Also, Rue has a bell attached to her, and I can't pick it up. I don't know if you see this. It's literally a brass bell.
I don't.
I never dropped it.
Oh.
It's stuck in there.
Oh, there we go. I had to like grab and drop it real fast. That was weird. And this clock is going in the fucking inventory. Not hearing that.
Yeah, I didn't see it, so. Where are all these other items that you're picking up coming from?
They're just all on the floor.
Oh, they were in the floor?
No, they were just all on the ship floor, like just scattered about.
Maybe I noticed some of them and I just didn't find it. These are my
Where's
bathroom.
Val? Uh-oh.
He left, but he said he
Am I
was
the only
gonna come
one who
back.
can't see Val?
No, he's not here.
We can get seen. Oh, okay.
Oh, an error occurred while spawning into the game. Please report the glitch. Oh my god, it's doing this. I think lobby, not lobby compatibility, lobby improvements or whatever is breaking the game.
Here. But I grabbed this? No, I didn't grab this cup.
Buddy.
What the fuck?
Where's Val at? Where's Val now? What?
Nope, nope. Restart the lobby. Nope.
Look at the bit.
Restart the lobby? Okay.
It yeeted him
Everybody close.
when he joined. It yeeted me, and then when I joined back, it yeeted him. It's doing this bug.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, everybody
That's
go
why
to R2 mod.
Oh my gosh, I think it's lobby improvement. I've all right. Let me fucking. I feel like it's. Yeah, I feel like it's. lobby improvements causing these weird issues. Added ability to set your player name. Oh, only people who have this mod will be able to see the username. Oh, so I could have stood as like my boxes or whatever. Why is it not launching? I told it to launch. There we go. I don't know if it's showing up on screen. There it is.
Can we be back to hand? Oh my god. When Rue joins, I have to scream at her real quick.
Why?
Please! Oh my god.
Cock.
Wait, why? What
Yeah,
happened?
looks like that was a one-time thing. Off, and I'm sure there was a lot about Cash App, so I just got angry.
Val, do you see these items?
In your end, you mean? No.
No, on the floor here, like there's bottles, this bell and stuff.
I'm not in. Like, can't move, but yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not even gonna touch them.
That's everybody, right?
Yes,
Red,
hopefully
pink,
they.
purple, and black.
Where's Nani? I
game.
mean, where's Val? There's Val.
So yes, Rue, I was in the mines with you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
You
so
know what's
confused. I was like,
You know what's funny? I was saying earlier to myself, I was like, that's an interesting duo. I don't think I've ever seen Val and Rue do anything together. And you still technically weren't.
True.
he was with me in
This is
spirit. Not real.
I dropped an item like in the elevator. You didn't react.
Like a little bottle or something like that.
Yeah.
I hate
Okay.
Frozen so much.
How much do we need? Do we
We
even
need
know?
like maybe another 1,000.
Gosh.
So let me
Wow.
sweat real quick.
400 on
Up. Oh. 1,200. I would have laughed if you just fucking died.
Oh god. Why is it so foggy?
Oh, you got fog. You got fog.
I don't know. Just weird.
Okay, game.
Yeah, it's way darker than usual. Holy, I can't see in front of me.
You can't see. I'm gonna just drop that there. Just so I know that that's the way. Oh, that's locked.
I guess the breaker is like down. Probably. Is that a spike trap? I see a red.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
That would have been amazing. Is that a spike trap? Boom! Just death. Wait, so you have no light, Val? It's It's lit up over here.
Oh.
Hey. Hmm.
It's not really. I mean, it is a bit, but
Oh, I wonder if you have a different seed.
probably not. No, I think it's just that the breaker must be down, I guess.
I hear weird fucking music. What is that? Why is this all locked? Holy shit. What the fucking key like? Oh. Well, the breaker's on. I guess the fog is just fucking him up. What's this way? Nothing.
Ah, you're right.
I'm upstairs.
Ah, okay.
There's nothing up here though. I'm gonna have to come back down. The fuck though? There's like barely anything. What was that?
There's a spike trap, but I don't know where it is. It's in the room.
Oh, that's what I heard.
I'm gonna try to find my way back, but I
Dude.
really can't fuck this shit for you.
You know what's funny is I found the breaker. It's all on.
I don't know why, man. Maybe it didn't look
it's-
fire? Like it assumes I'm outside?
Yeah, it's this way.
Oh.
I guess I'll go with you and drop this off. We need loot.
Wow, and outside is like way. Oh, actually, no. I was just like, I forgot. So heavy.
So heavy equality.
What? True.
Tell me that.
Feel the neck?
With the knife, right?
Yeah. I need like maybe another 1,000. So let me sweat real quick. 1,200 on this outside. Okay, so I spot with my little eye some ammo. What's going to me? Midway down where I went that one. 9. My shoot is at 37.
What the?
Wait, why does this feel like the exact same?
Nope.
Do you need the gun? Do you need the gun?
Do I need it? No. Why?
Okay, so there's a butler and a spider.
I have the gun
Oh,
here.
let's kill the spider.
Think it- I'll take it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just
I'm
stay
going
with
in.
me so he doesn't aggro.
Yeah. Cause he was, yeah. Look at him. Oh,
I was about to say, like, what's your deal?
yeah. It's me, Val.
Okay,
Hey, look.
It is basically the same layout on
Yeah,
site.
there could be
Same
new
items all
here.
here. Yeah. Foggy?
Oh, he's-
Is that two nutcrackers on the map? Oh shit.
No, you're going.
Nice.
You're going the wrong way, aren't you? Okay, I'm going
Shut
ahead.
up.
The
Oh my
Nyan
God,
Butler!
talking!
Oh,
He talks so much.
Oh my god, look at all this shit in the way.
Dude, it really just did this to be annoying, huh?
Hi.
Oh,
How you
Mimic.
doing? Dumbass bitch. Get the fuck out of my face.
How are you doing? Just bow.
Alright, I have no more ammo, so
Oh, fuck.
keep that in mind. Oh god.
Is
There's
that
two
a
nutcrackers
nutcracker?
right here.
Oh my god. Yeah, well,
I hate this game so
Yeah.
much.
Oh my god.
Two of them. Two right there. Okay. It's not like there's a spider anymore, so whatever.
Oh my gosh. I
Like,
wish we had a
bro.
shovel to break it. No, don't even try it. Don't even try it. Don't even.
You can hear the bees inside of them. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Hate that.
I jumped past
Alright.
it.
I'm not sure if I should go back and get stuff for the.
Those shotguns are
Mm,
very
for the-
tempting, but you would need to get ammo.
Yeah.
Is there really nothing
Can we go
in here?
down
Wow.
somehow? No.
This
How do we
seed
get down there?
sucks.
There's loot down there somewhere. I just don't know. How to
The,
get down.
we can go to fire exit because it kind of loops you on the other side.
Oh wait, I think it's over here.
No.
Never mind, I lied. What about the key? Oh, there's the key. Nowhere to go. Alright, well, yeah, let's just leave then, I guess.
Yeah. It's on that
I
side.
said that we should kill the butler at the very end. That's about it.
I mean, I guess. I don't have a shovel though.
It's a giant and a dog.
Okay.
I was very slick with that.
I saw.
You had a
Who died?
had like a whole dog behind you too, Katrine.
I know.
Wait, who died? Oh. The skeleton that's
All died
always
in the
dead.
most bad way. He was minding his business, and Uncle had just like snuck him like that fast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take one shotgun. Just one shotgun and one shell, okay?
I guess.
Oh my God, you're gonna
Dan,
die,
we
no.
don't have a shovel. Fuck. Guess I'll go with it.
They're only gonna
Nine.
I'm here.
Oh wait. I need that. I need you to defend me against the butler.
I-
The butler might.
I don't have a shovel though. And I didn't want
I
to.
mean, I'm not gonna hit him. I just don't want him to.
Oh, like just.
I just don't want him to aggro
Oh.
me. Yeah.
Fuck off.
I might have seen.
I see something named BL. What is that?
Oh, come on.
Good.
Why are there still more? Oh, a blob. No.
Is that? Oh, come on. Oh my god. This game can eat dick.
Why must you make me take 5,000 years to get down there, game?
I don't even think you're
You
gonna
can't even-
make it. Yeah. Yeah, we just gotta
There's
leave.
always some stupid shit that's perfectly in the way.
Like, oh
game.
my
I
god.
can't
We
stand
can
that.
never just get a nutcracker.
No, it has to be protected by things.
Is he good? Oh shit.
Okay, hurry up. Hey, hurry up. Okay,
Hurry! Shava! Hurry!
Run! Run!
Nice try.
I was gonna be so angry. He's like, there is no way that just happened to you. You guys are making too many noise. I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna fucking bring it over there, aren't they?
Gonna use
How close was it to touching me?
It's like an inch away, or not even like. It
I mean, I saw the circle around you.
was like a centimeter away from killing you.
Didn't have a chance.
Jesus, that was scary as fuck though. I was like, please let me just make it inside.
Roy, did you actually reply to me when I was inside?
Yeah, that was it. I said, yeah, it's
that was
actually
us.
me.
Oh, I couldn't. That's so much shit happening.
Mirage makes it so it just repeats too much, and I don't like that.
I thought I turned that shit off, but it's still very frequent.
You don't have the shopping cart?
No,
No,
that was
no.
the other seed. But like the other save.
Oh yeah, look at all this shit we got now. Just the two-handed item deposit.
That's literally all this is. Oh my god. There we go. The fucking ball.
God.
Oh my god, the ball is going ballistic here. Yeah.
Where's the ball at?
It was
Ballistic.
the ball was going crazy. I don't know where it went.
I think it disappeared somewhere.
Move, Sheva, move. Turn. Nice.
Oh, that's why.
I'm telling you, you can't sell anymore.
Oh.
Moving.
Your hard work is invaluable to the
Did he
company.
die?
Who?
Diane?
Oh, he's right in front of you.
There.
What? Okay. He appeared from behind me. Where were you, Diane? You're just gone for
Right.
That was just I don't even know what you're talking about.
What the heck? Why can't we place as many items as we used to be able to?
I'm not really sure.
Man. Your bummer.
There's a lot of it.
Your hard work is invaluable to the company.
How much have we sold now?
1273.
1273. Okay. A few more things then. I think this will work.
Yeah, maybe this
500
batch will be enough.
I think that should do the trick.
No, I can't sell anymore.
No, no,
Why
no.
Why are you limited on selling shit?
Wind, protect
I
me.
don't know. It
Sora!
shouldn't be this little, but okay. Maybe we turned the number down somehow.
Val. I got it memorized all right here.
Good by now.
I did memorize.
Fucking Axel.
Do we need to sell
Why
more
this is not
shit
good?
or?
Maybe one or two more things.
Got my name memorized.
You really do remember. I'm so flattered.
No, Rue!
Oh, Rue.
Wow. No, that means we're gonna lose money.
I know.
Which means now we have to sell more. And we don't. Ugh.
I don't want to sell anymore.
Should I wait? We haven't to ring the clock yet, or the bell yet. Let me do it.
There.
Let me do it.
Moments before disaster.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. There we go. Alright,
Set.
that should be enough. is enough.
Should we buy more shovels?
Yeah, while we have the money, because we're gonna need a lot of money, so let's first off, diving kit 5. Confirm.
Oh, I thought you were gonna just buy the oxygen canister as well.
Did you do the thing, okay? Or did you do what I think you did?
What?
No. Okay, nah, never mind.
Did he do what?
What are you
What?
talking about?
Oh,
Oh
no.
my god.
What?
Um,
Yeah, I can't
This.
see anything either.
Oh. Don't forget.
oh, I'd rather max that out.
Looks really stupid.
Can't see anything with that.
That looks
Is it
really
this?
stupid.
Oh, it's not that.
Okay, we have a ton of peepers that we need to get grab.
No, what?
Oh, it's this.
Where should we put the peepers? I guess it's over here.
Funny.
Good. Okay, so does the oxygen canister and the diving helmet stack?
I'm not sure.
Or no?
They might.
Nice? Wow, okay. Probably just not on your head. Good. What about me? Is it on my head?
Much other.
Nope.
Yeah.
Well, it kinda is.
But
I did buy it. Okay.
It's more my head than yours.
Actually, I will do this because we need that.
And then buy like 10 shells or something. Because we're gonna lose
Why
all
does
that
it say
money.
I have full? Against full.
You said
yeah, you can't even.
10 shotgun shells.
So
Yeah, just shells.
so
Oh,
useless.
it's just
Heavy?
called.
What the fuck? Oh, like you can't even like grab anything with it. So
Yeah,
dumb.
so
Wait,
it's
what?
like a two-handed-
How expensive are shells? I thought they were 10.
No, they're about like 100.
Oh, yeah. Well, now we're broke.
Wait, how much were they?
So yes, we're heavy too.
Yeah, now we're
We're
broke.
gonna be broke anyways.
Yeah.
We're gonna be broke anyways.
Oh.
Roy recommended it, I just bought it. But I'm sure we can get rid of it.
Oh.
Can someone organize this crap?
Later.
Lots of people.
There's so many of them.
Really need
The octopus or
Alright, so underwater shouldn't be an issue anymore.
Well, you know, the thing is, the diving helmet isn't really that useful, I would say.
Yeah, but we got the
What?
oxygen upgrade and rubber boots. So there's no movement penalty.
20%. Oh, I'm so glad. No, this was a lot. What? You didn't know that it was open?
I didn't know it would take money because like it was on a safe day, like on a safe day.
No, it's never
If,
safe.
if the if the flap is
How
open,
do
you
you,
can do it.
how do you turn down the fog?
Okay, so you want to open the menu and then go to Lipo config, and then where it says search mods, type in HD, and then you want to click the one that says HD Lipo patch, and then you want to scroll down to the fog thingy. Do you see fog?
The fog quality says one.
Yeah. There's a button that says enable fog, unexit. Click it again. Yeah. And then You hit apply and then you're done.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Right. Back to doing basic planets, I guess. Game. We can do March. We can do Adamants. Anyone want to do Adamants?
Honestly, we might just have to run Adamants because of the loot.
Yep. Sucky as it is. Let's do it. At least now we can kill all these fucking birds.
Birds?
Yeah. Really hot.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna
Also
take
need
a
shovels,
peeper because I don't trust them. Oh, okay. This is this one. I should be able to climb this, right? Nope. The beehive. Ugh. I know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place it right here so you can't be spawn camped. Actually, no, I should. Gosh, of course when I don't take a flashlight. Jesus. I guess someone found the breaker. I'm gonna have to just leave loot here because I don't want to leave it outside and then Baboon Hawk steal it.
Way to close the door at me. I didn't want to. I know it feels like I was.
Wow. I was confused because the door made like the key sound. I was like, I didn't hear the key, did I? I was trying to make sure whatever.
Wait,
Fuck you, Roy.
close the door right at my
you.
face.
How do you get to that big room over there? Gotta be this way. Huh?
I guess so.
What? Oh, I didn't check up here actually. Oh.
You did the thing! You took my back. What are you talking about? Oh.
You cheated.
I didn't cheat.
Yes, you did!
How did I cheat?
Alright. This map is just poorly made. Wait. Oh my. No. Go away. Those bees are in the absolute worst spot. What the fuck? Could have bought us the beekeeper suit. Bro. Come here. Yeah, you know better. So many of them. Why are there so many of them? Oh, hello.
Scared me. Oh, there's a spore right there, by the way.
What?
There's a spore right there.
Oh,
Coming right now.
I mean they're fine. Oh, there's actually loot that dude. Wait. What the fuck? What? How'd you die? The only thing I can think of is this is a spike trap, but I don't see a thing. No. Yeah. Really? Really? Alright, dickhead.
Say that again? What? Oh.
Oh my god.
Cut off.
I might be dead.
No, not really. If it's foggy, then you can go ahead and turn off the fog by... be careful in here. Yeah. Alright, we
Yeah, I'm
might have
dead.
this. Let's just all bring the loot back as soon as possible.
Wow. Wow.
Dude!
Just camping the only way to go forward, like, oh my god.
I also said that the fucking...
How'd you die, Kay? I just walked in the room and you were dead. Was it the looting bug?
It was the looting bug.
Oh my god.
So this game does some bullshit where it's like, okay, well, because you guys got killed by this exact same combo, not just once, but twice. A looting bug plus a baby. Okay, so the looting bug is going to kill me. I know this because I'm low on HP. It always goes after you if you have full items in your hand. I have a brass bell. I can't drop the brass bell because the baby just starts aggro. So I drop a whoopee type engine. The baby starts crying.
Which would you rather?
Pick up the baby.
Fucking neither.
The man eater goes to the whoopee cushion and then tries to attack me immediately. Baby's in my hands. I can't do anything. I'm shaking the baby. No, and then I just die.
Wow.
Oh, they're all mauled to death.
Most
Like, that's
sincerely
so favorite
dead.
game. It's like It's like
You
in
guys
chess when you're
died.
trapped by a queen and like a rook or something.
Oh, I got jumped
The
by
two
baboon
enemies
hawks.
perfectly counteract each other.
Huh.
Yeah, and then I said that the baboon hawks, there was an anti-baboon hawk like item in the ship. I left it because I knew that would happen. No one picked it up to kill them.
What is it?
It was the shotgun. I had shotgun with. I said before we left, I was like, shotgun with a bunch of shells is for the loot. Is for the birds. Like, it's for the birds.
I'm not using the shotgun. I don't trust it. Every time I use it, it gives me one shot.
Yeah.
Just make sure to load it then. Just take extra shells anyways. But yeah, that I had that there in place. And then the game said, "Oh, you know what? Actually, I think I'm gonna put circuit bees on both sides."
Yes!
because I'm a
Yes!
cocksucker.
I fucking hate that!
Why?
I came across the bridge out. So I went to Maine and I saw the bees there. And I was like, oh my god, those are in the worst spot. And then when I came
And then
across the
second to
bridge,
end.
I saw the other one. I was like, those are in the absolute worst spot. They're in the way.
Like, wow, are you kidding me? Okay, how much?
I was just in my room.
I died with a full inventory of loot. I had your items. Gay.
Yeah, I know. I'm so mad. I'm so mad that I had so many items.
I hate that the baboon hawk was you two. It is. I don't know if you heard. It stood there and it was like, okay. And
that
then
was
broke.
me thinking what to do with the baby. Anyways, I'm gonna bring the shotgun next time. I
I
don't
was so
care.
confused. It was like. Something I forgot the mimic is on.
Yeah, on this map, Baboon hawks always spawn at like maybe 2, 3, 4 o'clock, and you just camp around the ship.
Yeah.
The baby right before it killed me, like it said in your voice, oh, it's always the skeleton that dies.
That's amazing. It's always a skeleton that dies.
That's so funny.
Oh my god. Oh, is it gonna break?
Oh my god, the bees. Oh my god.
Against the fucking moving bug.
Those bees on the...
Oh my god. Why? Oh my.
Again with the fucking bees?
Yes. Oh, okay. Val moved the height. It's still at. Oh no.
Oh my god!
Run inside. Run inside. Oh. Okay. Yeah. They're fine now. They're fine. They're fine. Yeah.
Still does too much damage.
Yeah. We need the beekeeper suit. That's so annoying.
Why?
Are you?
Why? Why?
What is that over there? There's 2 looting bugs, but what is that? Like just straight ahead.
Fuck up my face, cocksucker.
Oh, it's the barber. He's stuck. He's stuck.
Oh, he's stuck? That's even better.
Yeah, he's stuck in the wall.
Pieces of shit. Trying to fucking camp me out. Give me a break.
Yep. What is that? No way, you just... There's 2 barbers? What? No. Oh, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Like, for no reason, bro. I did nothing to you. I need to just grab loot and go. There's so much loot in here, too. it's this way. No, actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. The heck?
How the hell do I get up here?
You have to go through the middle, it's this way.
Built the map.
Yeah, this map needs like one more hill to climb up, because just having one sucks. Anyone's dead. Caves deep. Oh my god, why are there so many looting bugs? My god. Saribot didn't ban that one. I gotta do it manually, but I can't right now. I think they actually made it where you could get to fire exit. Oh, Nian's going main? Okay. Oh.
Hey, there's an aggro bug in there, just so you know.
Eh. Bitch. Oh! Wait, did he kill you? Or did I kill you? I don't even know. Let me get the shotgun out of here, though. Oh no. Oh my god. You can't be serious. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Oh my god. Camping asshat. I guess the bridge is up. I don't know if I killed you, Kay, if you died as soon as I came in. If I killed you, my bad. I clearly hit the fucking looting bug.
Gun buddy.
There's a coil head camping that fire exit.
Mine, I won't grab that gun for you, Katrine. Sorry.
Oh, I have it. I picked up the shotgun. I think that as soon as you told me there's an angry looting bug, it killed him, or maybe I killed them when I killed it. I'm not sure. Okay, there's a giant. There's Val.
Yeah, there's more in the cave, but I think you can jump. Or else I watched a video, but I forgot where it is. There's like a slope that you can kind of jump. I think it's this.
Is this one?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured. Also, there's a coil head camping fire exit, so it was trying to kill me. What the fuck, Val?
Okay, died?
Yeah, I don't know if I killed him or if he got killed by a looting bug as soon as I came in.
Oh.
Like a lot of blood splattered.
No, I just came in and his body was like right in front of fire exit.
Do you want to come with me, Roy?
Yeah, I
I feel like
guess.
it's not worth it.
No,
like,
we
it's not
it
worth
is.
it,
We
yeah.
need it now.
Oh, they are.
But I kind of know the way, but. Oh, is that the mimic? Oh,
Yes.
sure it's
Oh
mimic.
my god. Why? Now he's chasing me. God. I didn't bring my shovel.
Okay.
Oh, you can't be serious. Ghost Girl's after me now.
Great.
Coil head. Oh my.
Go over there.
Coil head.
Wait. Yeah, yeah. Wait, no, it's not there. Fuck, it's 01 maybe? Okay, so, no, what the fuck did I? Oh my god, I
Wow,
know it was
please.
over there, but I know, I'm sorry. There? No, it's not. It must be on this side, but
Ah.
this door. Yeah, yeah, it's there, it's there, it's there. Yeah. Close the door. Then the oh, I can. Don't look.
No, he's just camping it. He's literally just camping it.
Oh, yeah, he is.
And a thumper? Come on, dude. Oh, fuck, he got me.
I'm good. Making a point for it, but fuck. I don't know if you can. Yeah. What the fuck?
What? How?
Oh my god.
No, I'm being teleported. Rip.
I got the really hairy in there, so
That's you too.
I make you guts.
Did he get killed?
He
I-
got killed by the mimic.
Oh.
What is YouTube?
I could.
Try to type root YouTube.
He's dead.
I don't
Wait,
know
what?
anything about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smash. Good. I got it.
Damn.
The beast.
Try.
Came in after Rue. Then there was a spider that was also there. Then there was a coil head. And then there's 3 bugs on your side.
Okay. Why did those looting bugs keep
What else?
respawning? We kept
Like,
killing
why were
them.
there so many enemies? Seriously?
Okay, we kept killing those looting bugs and they kept respawning. Why?
Yeah, I know. There were so many.
There was so many in the
I
corner.
also took a clean shot at one, and it missed. And then he killed me. Like he just destroyed my HP before I can leave the fucking.
Oh, is
So
that what
many,
happened?
so
I thought I
many.
killed you because
So
I came
mad.
in and your body was just under me. I was like, oh.
Oh, was the thing dead too?
Yeah,
Or did you
no,
kill it?
I killed it afterwards. It tried to swing on me, but
Okay.
it died.
Like, oh my. Yeah. I don't even know if we have that much.
I feel like we're gonna,
We're gonna die probably.
unless we make like a perfect run for this, I don't think.
There's nothing that can give us like 1,200 credits. Not even March. I don't think March can even do it. Like the risk isn't even worth the reward because like this was 800. All of that was just 800.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, there's like 15,000 enemies there for whatever.
for
reason.
no reason. Like, holy
okay,
shit, me and
man.
Val just had to run through every enemy in the game just about. Like,
I'm going to March. We all go
Yes.
to different entrances, please.
what? Why was that mimic in there, Val? He just poofed
Yeah,
in
I
front of
know.
us.
Why was there a mimic in there? I got pissed off when there was a mimic outside. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah, there's no way he teleported. What?
This shit is raining.
No, it's a cosmetic.
So, it's the last day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the last day.
Okay.
Guess I'll go with Val. Mayhem imminent. Oh, beehives.
Which is it worth? 126. Oh, that's pretty good.
Well, yours says that? Oh. Doesn't say it for me. I might have to turn that on for myself.
But you have to, like, be close to it.
Oh.
I've learned a few interesting stuff about these. Like, like you can detach them, like on some maps. From your beehive.
Oh?
Like if you place them at some, like at some specific spots, like they're just like deactivated, kinda.
Oh. Oh my god, there's so many traps. I hate this generation. Oh, found the spike trap. Yes. Hey, dude.
On map?
See if you're this one.
Yeah. So, what a shitty map. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm starting to hate this map.
Yeah.
So much stuff in
I
here.
should skin. Yeah. God,
There's just so many traps.
You need me to.
That spike drop was right in, like, in the middle. Like, okay.
Is this where we came from? I feel like this is where we came from, though.
No. So we're... Is there anything over there, Roy? I can't see.
Sorry. It's
Oh, okay.
wow. Yeah. Oh. There's just nothing over here.
I swear.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh my god, so fast. Holy.
Make it?
Yeah. That's not worth it. It looks like that's a dead end.
I don't need to give the media value.
No.
Oh, there's a lot there.
Yeah.
I feel a lot. Not that much of it.
Here's, I just need a key for that. Oh god.
Do you need it? Yeah,
Can you? Yeah, I'm lighting it up. Yeah. What happened, Val?
You.
I don't know what.
Just following.
This may not.
Downstairs.
Ugh. This might have been the worst decision. Nothing.
Man. Wait, what?
What the fuck? Oh my.
Who's that?
This one was annoying to make. Yeah.
I'm full, kinda.
Have stuff?
There's stuff over
Too
here.
much.
Unlock?
A lot.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was right up there. Wait. Oh, is apparatus over here? No. Fucking
I don't know, man
engine.
was there. I heard him there. Oh. I don't know.
Who's the nearest exit?
I don't even know. We're so fucking
Okay.
deep now.
Sorry.
Oh wait, mate. Oh. Oh. I see you. Oh.
Key. Ugh. What,
Oh
what
my
is that?
god. Why is this? This is the worst generation.
Why is that?
Like, oh my god. Oh.
There's a fire exit there if you want, but...
Yeah, there's no way we're fucking doing this. All of that for one bolt? Yeah, fuck that. Wait, does this go back to me? Dude. Oh, well. I literally ran all the way back to Maine. This isn't worth it. Are they out? Okay.
Some bullshit that I can control. That way I had to play super defensively against the fucking looting bug, which I didn't really need to. Again with the fucking bees? Oh my... That's too much damage. Oh no. Why? Why? The fuck out my face, cocksucker. Barber. Oh, he's stuck? That's even better.
Oh my god, this
Pieces
is
of shit.
amazing.
Trying to fucking
Being
camp
camped
me.
by a fucking giant though.
I knew I needed
That
this
is-
immediately. I'm so glad I fucking took it. Just the bees thing. I don't even care. The bees are just so annoying. The bees to go. They really just need to
For
go.
some reason I don't
Secret
have the
Secret's
clock.
begging you. Make something that just stops the bees from just existing.
What? Oh. Hmm.
There's barely anything else.
Yeah.
One more thing left. I just have to.
I'm not really sure why they bother going for the main entrance.
Yeah. Oh, I guess the looting bug is bringing the loot. I know damn well he's not trying to grab me through the window.
Did they even do that?
I don't know, but I don't trust this game.
They are getting chased.
They had like 3 looting bugs after them.
They had like 3 bugs on them.
Yeah. Oh my god, there's a bunch of Emblem Hugs.
I don't think we're even gonna make it through this day, are we?
No, it wasn't enough. How much is this altogether?
We need 2,000.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, no, we
Oh
lost.
god, watch out for the bees.
It doesn't even matter at this point on, but yeah.
Or do we not have enough?
Nope.
Yeah, we're not gonna get enough.
Ah, goddamn.
Oh my god.
Got one back in. There's only like 2 items or 1.
4 objects inside the ship.
Bell is just getting
Which is
chased.
a beehive here. Listen.
I mean,
I'll rip this run.
yeah, rip
Oh,
this
so we're
round.
gonna die.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it enough
Okay.
money.
This is not
Oh,
done.
God.
Close the door, please.
Why are they roaming? What? They clipped through? What?
Oh my god, that giant just. Wow. Okay. Oh. Oh. Yeah, well, yeah.
Alright, let's leave. Leave.
What happened with the bee? Okay.
They're bugged.
Oh my god, they're bugged.
Door bug.
Weirdly enough.
As Rue aggroed them, and then they tried to follow her back, and then they clipped into the ship. Then they went back around and clipped into the ship.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god.
What bullshit?
Oh well.
There's nothing we could have done about that.
No.
Yeah, I might as well just like 2075. We were like 700 behind.
Yeah, there was no way. I mean, like,
I should just push through this day and then just like
I'm just gonna kill us. I don't feel like waiting.
or kill us. Free for all, you know yourselves.
Never should have said that. Come here. See,
Can we do a
kill
free
all of
for
you in
all?
one shot? I don't think I can kill all of you in one shot.
Okay, let's see if you can.
He ran into facility.
Okay, well, what should we do now?
I don't know. Oh, he's coming after them. Wait, is he?
I'm just going by the main entrance. I guess I'll just get the shovel.
Oh, this is the one losing. Ta-da.
Hello.
What the fuck? There's a nutcracker? Oh. Oh, but this is locked.
I'm gonna be back on the key.
Is that all that was on this side? Damn.
More stuff is on here now.
Oh, cash register. Guess I'll bring this back because it's always so heavy. sucks. I wish those would carry over. Oh, did Nyan crash? No. They really just made it where you can't do that. My god, how the fuck were they hitting me? Yes, yes. Haha. Oh wow, yeah, they just do nothing.
There's Liz. Roy and not Roy, Katrine and oh, biggest fan, man.
I guess so.
Oh, dude, Val has a lot of loot though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though, we're dead. I'm one with the bees now.
Sounds like you're dying. It's been an hour. 2 hours.
Yeah, they voted to make it end early, that's why.
That's right. Easy that.
The biggest fans left.
You leave. Oh, when did Val die?
At the end.
Across the gap. So I just ended up dying.
Did
He
you?
did anything before I could even pull the trigger.
Well, gang.
Did you enjoy
As you
bees?
have not met the profit quota, your performance has been
Oh, I didn't look at your POV 9.
Welcome
but,
to our disciplinary process.
Mr. Beast.
Oh, I could have lived. Damn. We're all back.
74 deaths. Days on the job 41. Scrap by collected 1099.
That's quite a
Are
lot.
we done today, or are we doing more?
Welcome to your first day on the job.
How long has it been?
This is your very own
It's only
autopilot
been
126.
How long has
an
it been?
hour
I'm exhausted.
45.
An hour and
Right?
42.
I don't know why.
Most of
I
them
rank
are
1 hour
exhausted.
max of
to
gameplay.
What were you saying, Rue? You were tired?
Actually, I'm exhausted for.
Well, you can go. If everyone else feels like playing, you can play like 1v1 more instead of 3, but
I'm playing one man with good.
I'm fine with playing.
bro,
Follow me.
how do I move this?
B?
To me.
N?
Oh, you have to. And you have to like click it somehow. The arrow.
I was trying that. It's not working. Like the
Oh, you
arrow
have to do that
keys.
first.
It's not letting me click it. for some reason.
Yeah. A Goopy Cooper. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go somewhere we haven't gone today.
Oh, Goopy Coopers.
Ooh,
Yeah.
googly eyes.
Why am I in Roy Orange? What's going on?
Wait, I'm orange?
Yeah.
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 Oh.
It's weird. Oh yeah.
2.
Can you even change it?
You
Uh,
can't afford the mirror. Oh,
my rack is, we're missing all the outfits. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's something weird is happening.
Oh.
Move it.
I bet it reset the
yeah.
config, K. I bet.
Because we died and lost.
No, I just mean like when we updated the pack or something.
Who knows? But anyway. I'm orange, you're orange. Whatever. the
Yeah,
fuck.
we're all orange except Val and Nyan for some weird reason. Oh, and Rue.
Orange.
I am.
No, you're red for me. You have the weird.
9 is
Emu.
also pink,
The one orange.
by the way.
There we go. I got my.
Only me and Roy are on.
No, only orange.
The Joker now. Oh.
Okay. Baby. Baby. Baby.
Oh, I think I missed the jump.
Baby.
What the fuck is with the piano?
Locked.
I yearn for the light.
No, it's locked.
It's locked. Yeah.
There's
There's a key over, but I don't think so now. Yeah.
no, main entrance it is.
But we don't.
Oh, that means we gotta go main. Yeah, fuck.
Are you
Ugh,
kidding me?
that's so annoying. Who the fuck was that? I
I told
just
you
saw.
both difference. Why is my internet so good right now?
Isn't it always good?
Sometimes. It's usually like a little lag with this, but I'm doing like crystal clear, like bro.
Good.
Oh, shooting me. Just gonna
Thanks.
wait for you guys. Yeah.
Oh, Naya might be coming. Oh, we gotta. Oh, is he coming up?
Wait, what is it?
I want to jump on
Think fast.
Hello, okay, try.
I'm kidding.
that would be because fire exit is locked.
I would have killed literally every single one of you. What the hell?
Fire exit is locked, so.
Oh, I have a key. I left the key. In my pocket.
Oh,
In my pocket.
Gang.
literally though.
Gang, gang. Gang, gang. Oh.
Oh, well, Val, here's the key.
Oh. I guess I can go. Where's
Uh,
the key?
yeah.
I guess I can try to go. Yeah. There's the damn key, so got that going.
And now I bet we have to go so far in for all the loot.
Yeah, because that's usually what ends up happening. I'm gonna put the river back down as well.
Okay, look at me.
Oh.
Look at me.
I swear, I was baited out by you being a mimic. Because you just walked past me. I was like, Oh my, two-handing. The toilet paper. This way, this way. Oh well. I'm being abandoned, no.
Sorry.
That's alright.
Sorry.
You're fine, kidding.
Wait. Oh my god, it's this long ass way back. Dude, that is a long way.
I think the words.
What happened?
Yeah.
I was doing the duck shake, the head shake.
Oh.
Oh, hello?
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 Hello? Oh, now I chase you.
Kill you?
I can't wait for a mimic to mimic all of this.
Cave, huh?
Yes, this is a long ass cave. I guess I'll come back for more loot. We need to be on top of this shit.
Because the terms that it tells us it's A, B is just.
I guess you guys are the bit damage. Oh, yeah, you are.
Hello.
What this means.
Hello.
Oh
How the
my.
fuck is it? Ingolf? That's a game from Windows 50.
No.
Oh.
Oh fuck. I would never get that Nyan clip.
Yeah. No? I can't see you.
Oh, I'm stuck.
I was trying to get to
But is this really a dead end?
I'm trying to find it again, Kate, just like
Here it is. Right here. Right here. Ryan.
Stop. Stop.
I used to jump. I was making 9.
Yeah, that's what I did. There's nothing on this side.
Oh.
I think Val cleaned it out.
Where'd you guys come from then?
I came from the same way as you.
Why do I keep hearing a looting bug like aggro?
Cause there is
Do you
one.
want me to bring back? Oh, do you have loot for me?
Yes,
or-
I have 3 pieces of loot.
Oh, why don't you?
I have no loot.
Oh, there's a squirrel lizard over here. Here, let's just go down.
If you want to, well, okay. Up to you, okay. I guess I'm gonna go back.
Oh, is that the way to your shit? Oh.
Let's just go back from.
Our way.
I'm not sure which you is speaking, but oh, there's a bug.
Oh, I hear it mimicking me. You son of a bitch. I'm me.
Oh, they're really camping the fucking entrance, huh?
Oh my god. Wait.
Alright.
Hope it's better too.
Yeah. Let's see.
Distract them.
Alright, everybody get in the thing.
Come on,
If you
Root.
wanna leave.
Unless you're gonna try and look for more loot, but I think we might have gotten it.
Oh my god, what is that?
Is that the snare flea mimicking you or me?
I can't hear it, so maybe.
I heard like 4 different voices.
Don't go down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just too much bullshit.
I heard like 5 different voices down there.
Yeah, and they were all bugs of some variety. Nope. I heard Yippee a ton of times.
Me too. Just yippee, yippee, yippee.
check left.
Oh, I think it's on Val. Maybe? I'm not sure. That's
Val
all.
does not have an object on him.
I'll go check.
There's
Cock? Cock?
You don't even exist. I don't even
Run, Val!
I was running for the UK.
You did nothing! You took my mask. You cheated. I hit. Yes, you did!
I can't.
Yeah, I had the funniest.
Someone take off? Why?
No, sorry.
He's thankfully on the ship.
Okay.
What the heck?
Fuck, we.
Oh, you lived? Oh my god, how'd you live?
What the fuck?
How'd you fucking live?
At some point.
What the fuck?
You're IP now.
Oh, on my screen, it looked like you got eaten.
For the
Right? The dog
I
meant to be
heard
some
it.
sound pipe.
what?
Oh, it didn't make the metal fight. I did that.
Yeah, you... Oh, you did?
Yes.
You... How was the dog? Oh my god.
I had the dog just sitting there because Val, I was walking and this was the dog under the pipe. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just camp over here. he just looked at you. I was like, I wonder if I could scare Val with this. I thought you would have gotten eaten by the worm because I swear on my screen you got eaten. I don't know how the fuck you live.
I was running. I was fine.
Offense, get ready to jump.
Oh, thank you, Kay.
Jump!
19 objects were $7.99.
Oh, the hitbox pushed me. What the fuck?
Yeah, I also got pushed.
Kay
What?
was running in place, so I was
running
walking back.
place.
He was, but I hit a hitbox and it pushed me.
I should have stood on top of the railing of the ship. That's what I should have done.
True.
Oh wow. You rue? True?
True?
True.
Rue?
You rue it.
Just lost.
I didn't know you were a
No.
Roy, like at all.
You didn't see me standing on the pipe?
You.
I was just standing there looking at you.
About Rue. was pasta later today. Or later in the
Pasta?
first session.
Oh.
Yeah, and she was telling me how she made her pasta, and I'm like, there's gonna be so many enemies porting it.
Ah, true.
Oh. Steam.
How did you live the Nutcracker though, by the way?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Wait, there was a nutcracker in there?
No. This is when we were all just gonna die.
Oh.
There were so many enemies.
Yeah, I heard the
Yes.
nutcracker. I heard you kill it. I was like, what the fuck? A nutcracker?
It
Damn.
was not a go on me, Kay. It was a go on you.
Spaghetti. Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Aha.
What? Okay, just leave me alone.
Anything down. Oh, don't want to go down there.
I don't know.
Don't go to me. I know better instincts.
Why?
I think it's...
He wants you. What?
I don't like that sound. I think he doesn't like me though.
He's following whomever is this way. Mike. Oh. Oh. I'm running. Oh, I am not. There's a baby.
Where?
That way. It was crying because Kay died.
So why you die? Chill.
I think he got shot by a turret. I'm not sure.
What is happening?
I'll leave that outside. Where'd it go, Val? Did it fuck off?
Over there and stuff.
Or the baby, he went that way.
No, I have everything. Don't worry.
Oh wait, no, you're alive. Oh, it's Nyan who died.
How did 9 die? I see.
Oh my god, you can't be serious.
This is what I'm talking about. I'm telling you.
It instantly aggroed.
Later now.
I don't know what happened with him though.
He wanted Nyan and Nyan died. Is Kate good or?
I don't know.
Wait, where did he go?
Good fucking question.
Where did he go? What the fuck? Oh god. Hang on. I have a shovel. Please someone take it from me. Whoever doesn't have a two-handed item, please just take this shit, because I need this thing to die. Now, how do we get out of here?
This way. Yeah.
Okay.
I swear.
He's gonna
Oh,
be trying me.
no,
Yeah.
not too far. This way. Just right
Where
here.
the hell did the man-eater go?
I don't know. I heard him and I ran, and then he's just gone.
He just...
Is Val good? God. Is bro really a thumper? Oh my god. Dude, you're fine, Val, you're fine. You're fine, come. This way. Oh, fuck. Oh, you have to come fast. Oh, come on, Val.
What? I was looking. What the?
Oh my god.
Oh my god! You can't. I was literally. Oh. That's bullshit.
Well,
That's
Oh thank you, Roy. Like, what the fuck was that?
That was so stupid.
Yeah, that was very
That's not-
unfortunate.
Okay, Thumper like aggroing me for some reason.
Oh, oh, there's a dog. Oh, he might die.
I think it's fun.
He's dead. What? Wow. Also, what was my body doing? It was stretched. No. It's gonna run like near the ship now. Wow. Immediately camps the front of the door. He's gonna have to like drag it away.
Can't even jump over.
Nope. Two-handed objects.
Maybe if it just drops your body.
I think that's what he's trying to do. Okay.
Then pick it up above. Wow, this dog is a bitch.
It really is just camping. And he has to go back for the loot too. That's what sucks.
And me dying as I usually do.
Diane, what the heck?
What?
How'd you not see it?
You what?
The turret, or what'd you die to?
Just because of the Steam thing, just basically blasting my vision, so...
Wait, but I thought you turned off fog.
I did. But I was just like running it towards it unaware.
Oh.
Bitch. Are you kidding me?
Fuck you.
Like,
Oh my god.
This guy, I closed the door before he even got to the ship. He somehow gets caught in the door. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, we can't. We're dead. We're dead. And then I open the door just in case, and he walks out. Why? Oh my god.
Sorry.
Hey.
That was
I'm mad. I'm mad at Val
the
somehow.
whole time. What the hell just happened?
I feel bad for you, Roy. Like, wow.
Yeah, how did you die to the coil head? What?
I don't know. Val was looking at it and it was just like, like, oh my god. Because Val had a thumper and I was killing the thumper, and the coil head, Val's looking at it. It's just like, I think I will defy the game's physics and just kill Roy. Like,
I think the like pushed him. I saw like he kind of did like when he was stuck on the doorway.
that's so dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this will be our last day, and we'll have an experimentation.
Like 2 HP.
Yeah, I don't know how you didn't die. I thought you were about to die and I was about to just run.
I was.
Somehow I saved the skeleton.
True. Oh, experimentation.
Oh yeah, it
Everybody
prevents
go
you
one
from
way.
jumping or moving now in front of the ship.
Oh, what?
Wow. I don't know what does that,
Everybody
but
go
that's
one
lame.
way. Me and Nine are gonna go another way. I have to talk to Nine about some things.
Wait, what? What did you say, Roy?
That's it. Oh,
Oh, I'll explain when we. I guess we're going main.
all right, Nine.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, we can Or should you
Oh,
go?
really?
No, I jumped in front of the ship and I was pressing W and it wouldn't let me move, Val. Like there was just an invisible wall.
Oh.
So something makes it where you can't jump off the ship, I guess. Kinda lame. And you can't do MLG shreds. Hmm. Let me get this key. Weird. Wait, what the fuck is that? Literally a dead end. And all dead ends? What the fuck? Like all on this side?
I need to do so much. We need like maybe another 1,000. So let me sweat real quick. 1,200 on this outside. Okay, so as far as in the middle, some ammo.
Bro, go away.
Midway, round, we're now 9:30. Street is at 37. Wait, why does this feel like the exact same generation?
Oh.
Yeah, I even saw the same like placement of the key. Huh?
Is that the looting bug doing that? No. He aggroed it. Oh no. What the?
Boom.
Oh.
I need a key up here.
Oh, you need a key?
Yep. I believe it's this door. Which door was it? One of these. Oh wait, no, that's not this one. Is it up here? Yes, I believe it's this one. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
I don't think there's anything in here. Oh, huh. Is it? Oh, there's nothing
Oh,
in here,
there's just
so-
a mine there. Perfectly placed mine.
Mhm.
Wow. Wow.
Me and 9 found the gold bar.
Oh, nice. The fuck?
It was pretty epic. It was the first thing we ran into.
I'm pretty sure Root aggroed that looting bug.
We spawn at like maybe 2, 3, 4 o'clock and just camp around the ship. I'm
True,
not
Jay.
Oh, but yeah, is over there. Wait, what I say true? What did I say that you said true to?
They spawn in at like 3, 4 o'clock is what you said.
Oh yeah.
You can just jump through the
Oh, I
wall.
see.
Yeah. You can just
So,
Just,
What the
like, hold left as far as you can.
yeah.
was there anything by the fire exit or no?
Oh.
Well, I just got one thing to 50 more kills. Oh.
Hey, no,
You guys were scaring me with the fact that you weren't jumping.
I got a down.
I was like, what happened?
Actually, I'm
We
gonna take
got everything I think. Dat is de apparat in de...
Fuel.
Well, no, object outside.
Freddy Fazbear? 34.
It's a Freddy Fazbear.
There's one object.
Alright, where's the one object? I think it might be bees. I think, no,
Is
it's
there bees near here? That could be the one object.
Apparatus. The
no, it's
apparatus
an
left.
apparatus.
Hey.
So earlier.
No, we got everything, I think. That's kinda real. What is that? Powders doesn't.
You guys got like
Oh,
a
I
family
don't know.
plan?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
that's what.
plan.
we can.
Thankfully, I managed to land a job. Nice. Thankfully, I managed to land a job last year, but like, there was a point in February in which everything was looking dicey for me because I'm just like, I need the money to pay for this.
I understand. Also, I like the cat. I like the cats on your pack.
Oh, I didn't know that that was in this thing.
Cornucopia is coming to Japan. That's nice.
Don't put monster in your water bottle.
Report to the company building immediately to sell your scrap metal and other goods.
What's supposed to do?
Alright, Maddie paid me. Yay. Maddie, Kitman, Milani. As well as JD.
Who's left?
Baz, Gucci, and I think that's it. Right? Because 5 people paid me. Maddie, Kitman, oh, and Chaz.
I'll be back.
Of course. Okay.
There's
Oh, we're
5
gonna be
people,
gone.
so yeah.
But it's Chaz and Gucci. How much money do we want to make? Well,
I don't know.
we'll
Get the tip off at least 130.
Who wants the teleporter?
Oh, jeez. How much that be?
400.
Is that enough for 400?
Probably, but let me just put in a little more.
Really? I can't play this else. Okay, hold on. No. Do we want to like buy the other parts or just save up for?
Should save up.
Oh, I thought this was a banana. Is it a banana?
Yes, it is. Even though this is plastic fish. Where's Rue at?
She bad.
No.
Well, I don't see her in the map.
ship. Oh, she's in my map.
Oh,
She must
she's
have just
uh,
left the game.
oh, she's at the bottom by the bridge. Think so? Yeah.
I don't think so. I think she left the game.
I'm back.
Did she?
Hello. We're about to end.
Not down there?
I know.
Still everything.
I don't think so. No.
Nice. Teleport.
Hmm?
Well, I don't know where she went. I guess he just
He's gonna teleport though.
Oh no, yeah, I was saying we got a teleporter.
Yeah.
Rue said she glitched through the ship and fell to the void.
Oh! Interesting. Oh, so we just lost a ton of money. I'm so glad we didn't sell that much. Anyways. Thanks everybody for playing.
Oh, that's similar to what happened in Nyan. Can't believe Val thought the dog the pipe.
I Are you okay,
I
bro?
literally jumped. I jumped for joy. And I was like, wee! I was like, wee! And then I just died.
Yeah. Well,
So wow.
again, thanks for playing, everybody. I'm gonna end
Then-
and
And then,
I need to eat something. Yeah.
Alright,
and
bye.
So long, Game
Come on,
Bowser.
everyone.